What's going on, everybody? AV Obsessed here, and if you're watching this video on my channel, that means that you probably are too. Just a quick unboxing today for the new SVS Ultra Evolution bookshelf speakers. Yeah, I saw the SVS room at the Home Entertainment Show, which is like a high-end audio show that they do in Costa Mesa, California. Back in June, I saw these guys there, and you know, it's really funny because I was really interested in these speakers, and at the show they weren't super impressive. So basically they had no imaging going on in their own like room at the show, and that kind of made me very curious about whether that was their setup not being very good, or you know, how these speakers are actually going to perform. So like, I have to find out for myself, obviously. So getting into the box, we got manuals and little rubber feet for each of the speakers right there, which is kind of nice because some of the speakers that I've unboxed lately, they don't even give you the rubber feet anymore. It's like, what is going on there? And then got the cheaper kind of hard sell foam, but it seems to have stayed in good shape, didn't get busted in shipping. And then the two speakers. Well, they're kind of offset in the box. That's kind of interesting. One thing that's weird about these is everybody has them listed, or I shouldn't say everybody, but at least at Best Buy where I ordered them, they have them listed as being sold individual instead of in pairs, but they come two to a box. So like, what if somebody went on the Best Buy website and only ordered one? Like, what, unless they also have an individual pack that they can set, if they can send out one if a customer orders one. But that just seemed weird to me. That actually this is separate, so I should probably take these out separately. One nice upgrade that SVS made with the new Evolution Ultra series over their previous speakers is the fact that now their magnetic grills, their last generation speakers, used pegs, which was not as nice. So the interesting curved grill, because of the fact that the front of the speaker is curved, and like a cast plastic kind of design with a little line in between the woofer and the tweeter there. Let's see. Then we'll get a speaker out. Let's flip it upside down. Well, they definitely have it a nice moisture barrier here in case your speakers get delivered and left outside in the rain. They're not going to get damaged, so that's always good. Plastic bag and then cloth bag. And we got another nice gloss black speaker. I know a lot of people don't like gloss black, but I'm kind of a sucker for it, I think. I realized after doing the KEF video. So, that's interesting. I didn't know, I never noticed from the images that there's a little step here where it goes in like that. But, yeah, that's a nice design. Feels like a pretty solid speaker. Got the 6.5-inch woofer up front and the 1-inch diamond coated tweeter is what they call it. See anything on the bottom? No mounting points on the bottom whatsoever. Like all the KEFs, they have threaded holes on the bottom of them because of the fact that they make their own stands for them. The speaker is bi-ampable. I don't think too many people will be doing that, but you can. This hardware feels pretty nice. Like these feel like WBTs, which would be nice because that means that the banana plugs will probably be able to actually seat all the way down inside of there. And the decent sized port there. Then you can see from the side profile of the speaker the little bit of curvature from where the woofer is at a different angle than the tweeter, which is supposed to time align the woofer and the tweeter. So yeah, so far I'm impressed with the build quality of these. They're definitely smaller and lighter than like the R3 Metas, but hopefully these are gonna sound better when I get them set up in my home than they did at the show, because I wasn't super impressed at the show. So far, I am pretty impressed with what I'm hearing from these. I gotta say, I was a little bit worried going into this review because what I heard at the show, the home entertainment show back in June in Costa Mesa, I was not impressed with them. All the other reviewers that have reviewed the towers and stuff so far have been pretty impressed with these. But when I heard them at the show, I came out of that room pretty disappointed. There was no image whatsoever going on. The sound was extremely like two-dimensional and flat and just kind of boring. There's no magic going on. But that is not what I'm hearing in my room at all from these things so far. So after playing around with them for a while, I figure basically this is as good as I think I can get the setup to be, where I've got the speakers about 13 inches away from the front wall, and they're about 8 feet apart from each other and towed in towards the listening position. And when I am sitting in my listening position, like here, I'll sit down for a second and get in my exact listening position. When I'm sitting like this, listening to these speakers, it sounds like the center channel is on. Like the vocalist sounds like they're coming directly from the center, and I'm getting, some good detail from the left and right. And so the imaging is a lot better than I expected it to be, because I was a little worried about that. Bass has so far been really good and strong and punchy and fast sounding bass. And the treble is very, very clear. There might be a bit of a rise in the treble. I'll see that when I actually do the measurements. But yeah, so far, pretty impressed with these, especially because of their size. Like coming off of the KEF R3 Meta, those are gigantic bookshelf speakers. These things look downright small in comparison. Especially, like, they almost look like they were made for these speaker stands, these $80 speaker stands I got off of Amazon, because that top plate of the speaker stand is 10 inches deep. These speakers are almost exactly the same depth as that top plate, so they work really well on these stands. And by the way, I'm trying to sell these stands because I want to pick up some, something that's a little bit shorter and heavier duty for when I'm doing, like, bookshelf speaker reviews of big, heavy bookshelves like those KEF R3 Metas. These stands just weren't really big enough for those, so... yeah, I'm going to have a link in the description for you to buy these if anybody wants them. But yeah, pretty impressed so far with these speakers. I like the styling. Ooh, also, huge fan. I'm going to run around to this side really quick. Sorry for the shoddy video work, but huge fan of the hardware. Come on, rotate. There we go. Huge fan of the hardware that SVS used on these. I don't know if these are real WBT binding posts or if they are really good clones, but really, really nice hardware for connecting your speaker cables. My banana plugs literally go in all the way. First time. But yeah, those look just like the same binding posts that are on the back of the Rotel 2-channel amplifiers. So, and those are WBT, so I have a feeling these are as well. Big fan of that. I know that some people don't think that that's a big deal, but I do. So If you guys want to see the full review, like and subscribe, and you'll see me in the next video.